Okay, I am Vidar, and I am going to rescue you in some horrible way. I'm going to make mincemeat out of that 72 Pinto door you got. I'll get you out of there, honey. Woo! House burning? Oh, no problem. I'll take the hollow core door out, the drywall out. Oh man, yeah, this might actually come in pretty handy. It's the Rescue Axe from Midgards Messer. Messer is German for knife, by the way. Oh, and it's vicious too. You're gonna love getting your hands on one of these little puppies. But, be cautious around it. It is sharp, my friends. And it is some tough-ass tool steel. No, not that sharp. Yeah, I guess sharp enough, ain't it? Oh, yeah, and going like that, that'll get her done as well. Well, it finally came to this. In my September Trader's Corner video, I said, I am going to chase this hatchet. I called it a hatchet at the time. This is the Vdar Rescue Axe. This is from Midgards Messer. So this is something I saw on his site. Now, originally, yes, I was interested in the Viking, which is D2 titanium. It's badass. No, it's numbered as well. But, and of course, yeah, this is from Bony Buddies. But I ought to put his own lanyard bead on this because it's called the Viking and this is the Viking. So I hadn't got around to doing that, but wanted to show you this is a real nice lanyard bead. And I got this when I ordered the Rescue Axe. So let me walk you through some of this stuff. So this was just the thing that got the party started for me with Midgards. And they're in Germany. He's got his own shop. I'll give you the link to his website, to his Instagram, and his Facebook. So you can take a look at all the stuff. Now this has got a little magnet in here, as you can see under here, right? So it stays in place there. And then how does this axe or this hatchet stay in place? Well, it's got magnets back in here as well. And yeah, it secures it. Now, just to make sure, go across with this. Now, this I had done in a little bit different fashion than the original, which is, doesn't have any accessories on it. See where the holes are, we'll talk about that in a minute. But also, they're a full piece of steel here, and then he can 3D print your scales. And I don't know about this. I don't know if he 3D prints this sheath here. I think he fashioned this himself and may have used the 3D printer like he did for this. But also it has this tech lock on the back. So you could take this off and just have this alone here. But this is what I attached to my belt when I wore it a couple weeks ago to the sports pub. And yeah, it's noticeable. It's amazing. But it's not really that huge because just take this knife, for example. Okay, I mean, this folds up, puts it in your pocket, but look at the total length. It's the same, really, total length as this knife. So this is not much over 9 inches long. And it probably weighs less than that, actually. So let's pull the stats off of here. Let's go diagonally across here. We're 9.6 inches at, 24.5 centimeters. Let's see what we got here. This changes a little bit. Okay, so we got 6 millimeters, which is basically a 1/4 inch stock on here. And pretty close to the same. Yeah, pretty close to 6 millimeters. So right across, you got these different attachments that you can do. And so I just use a number 10 Torx, and you can go in and unscrew these screws and take this off. In fact, let's just do that. Just go in this one side, and you can change out these attachments however you prefer. Okay, let's pull this out, and there it goes. Now, I ordered mine I wanted him to laser the skulls on here. Okay, so he can do that, and if you look at his Instagram, you will see that he does that. Now, obviously, he didn't do it on here. This is 199 euro, which is, I think, $3.59 US. So it's really, oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. But whatever, it's some money, USA. This is some of the information that I transposed from his site. He does it in German, and you can go to the bottom of the page and click English so you can get it in English, but not everything translates that well. But the steel he uses is the 12842 type steel. We'll talk about that here in a minute. 393 grams without the attachments. And, the price refers to an axe with desired handle and a sheath. So that's good. And you can get it with different grip options in different colors. Now, he also talks about 3D printing process, etc. So I guess they can send you the files so you can print if you have a 3D printer as well. Here's a little information about the 1.2842 steel that he uses. And apparently this kind of tool steel is pretty good as far as wear resistance, okay, and tempering resistance. So this should be good for machining, but they're saying it's really suitable for cutting tools and punching tools. So shear blades, thread cutting rings, etc., etc. And here's your data sheet on composition as well. The carbon, the vanadium, the chromium. Obviously, it's not stainless, but I'll give you a link to this so you can check out this as well. I believe he does this to a 60 HRC. So no, I haven't planted this in the side of a tree or anything to see how that cuts, but it looks pretty vicious, actually. There's the back part here. So, that's got some jimping on there. There's jimping all up and down here. It's very neutral space here. So however you want to handle this, even for some reason in a reverse grip. Big old ring here for however. It's very versatile. Here are the other attachments I got. This, of course, just came off. This is the hammer. And this is the pry tool. That's really cool. You got to be very careful if you carry it like that because, wow, that's vicious right there. And so is this. and so is this. So yeah, and you know what? I'm going to send this to BJ of Hilltop Tools because he can stone wash. I'm going to have him stone wash this pretty heavily. Okay, this looks like it's 13.9 ounces at 396 grams, including the skulls and the scales. And he does, you might check out his site, he does a lot of small fixed blade knives, and they look very, very reasonable in price. I mean, he makes them right there in Germany in his shop. You know, I had done a video previously on a smartphone knife, and that's what this is, got bottle opener, all that. But he makes other smartphone type of knives that look more like traditional knives, and they fit on a clip. Now this one is not the smartphone attachment. This is a belt buckle, and of course he's got the magnets in here, so you can just attach it to a belt buckle if you don't want to put it on your cell phone, because you know sometimes you may charge your cell phone from underneath this and that, so having a base stuck underneath your cell phone may not be convenient, but this might be okay for a belt buckle to have this. And of course this is more lasered pattern that he puts on there. Also, I got this in a box from him with the Rescue Axe, so I can change things up if I want to. You know, I could make it all black. I could make it all green. Just like that, if I can figure out how to get the pieces together. You know, so I can do what I want because I've got the ability to change this up to several different configurations. So installing this, you know, these different attachments is very, very simple. Just like this, there's just 2 screws. What do you think about that? Oh, I don't even want to think about that. I cut myself the other day when I was wearing it with this attachment and accidentally brought my hand up behind it and put a small cut into my finger. That is absolutely vicious right there. So yes, I think this could be a multi-use of breaking window, breaking glass, you know, and like he's saying, a rescue axe, but also, you know, for other types of operations, including chopping, various sundry tasks around the house. Oh man, it's good. It's just good. I mean, I think you can let your imagination run wild on that. Actually, there's a picture on his website of him wearing this on his belt, and it's not really that obtuse, to tell you the truth. No different than if you had a fairly large hunting knife on your belt. But this sheath he did open because he did this laser work here. He thought that would be better to have it visible rather than a closed type sheath, which he shows on his website. So, and I'm happy for it too, because yeah, it is real showy, and it's real, I mean, it's real badass. It is. I don't know what all patterns might be available, so you'd have to contact him to ask him. But as far as a really cool looking, as he calls it, a rescue axe, but as a hatchet type axe that's just really cool, vicious looking, you know, you can modify this. He can make it the way you want. It's really smooth and nicely done here. Okay, there's jimping up here as well. So, however you're gonna hold the axe and try to do different things with it. But this back here, this tip, oh yeah, that's vicious. You've got this ring with a lot of, you got some jimping here, but you're running jimping all the way and around here. Sturdy little piece of kit, huh? And he did that pattern all the way up and down, so you could just go with it, you know, skeletonized if you'd want. So nothing like a lightweight gent carry practical knife for LTK to get his hands on. You know, I got practical knives. Let's have some fun, damn it. And yeah, this is really, really way cool. I mean, come on. There could be a really good use for this. I can think of a bunch, but also, hey, you could take it, you could take this off, put the hammer end on, and take it camping, use it around the house for various tasks. Actually, yeah, and what if you run into the Chainsaw Massacre guy and you're out in the woods, but he runs out of gas? Okay, payback time, right? Payback time. Whatever. I'm going to let you go. It's cool. It's the Vdar Rescue Axe. And wow, we're going to take, you could take wallboard down with this real easy. Probably go through a hollow core door with this. So, you know, you come up on a house that's on fire, you need to get in, you need to help people. Hey, it might be handy to have in the car or the truck. I'm going to let you go. Okay, so we've lost control around here. Sometimes that's a good thing, because you know what we do. We love them knives, hatchets, axes, swords. We don't care. If it cuts something, we're good. And you guys stay sharp.